We come toward the climax. As the angels said, I was soon fated to meet him. What do you think of those dreams, Zach? So I do care for Emily. What about you?
We should take this opportunity and talk about this a bit.
I guess we have some free time. Might as well.
If I hadn't seen Yor come into the bar, well, you wouldn't have found this place, would you? Now, how about that? I guess I've always been lucky when luck was needed. That's why I've been able to stay in business, too. Although we have Willie to thank for finding this room, I suppose. He's got a great nose. Clever, too. He'd be a great businessman if he wanted to be. I owed you guys one anyway, and I owed York big time, too. You guys didn't tell anyone about that whole thing with Diane. I want to help you guys out. Is there anything I can do?
Kaysen, I appreciate the offer. But this is a police matter. You can leave everything to us from here.
Oh, well, okay.
George, look. These cigarettes. They're the same brand that York smokes. He's definitely been here.
Carol's been missing since the bar closed last night. This town will be deserted if this keeps up.
What do you think is really happening here in Greenvale?
Emily, let's focus on looking for York. I just hope there are more leads than a cigarette butt around here.
Hey, Willie, of course! You can track his scent, can't you, boy? What do you think, officers? Let him help you out, why don't you? Oh, he'd make a fine police dog.
I told you we don't need...
Sounds good, Kaysen. We need all the help we can get. Come on, George, let's let them help us.
But they are civilians.
Do you have a better plan? As we speak, York might be...
All right. Let's have them help.
Thank you, George.
But one thing, with York missing in action, I'm back in charge. And York would give me hell if something bad happened to you guys. So promise me you'll call for backup at the first sign of danger.
Yes, of course.
I think we're missing something here. So I'm going to look around a bit longer. You go with Kaysen and follow York's trail.
Thank you, George. We're counting on you, boy. Welcome to the force, Deputy Willie.
Guess he can take Thomas's spot. He'd probably make a better deputy anyway.
Let's get rolling, then.
Okay, I'm counting on you, Willie.
Oh, not counting on me, though, are you? Sheesh.
Nope. We got some funky music now. So let's go find York running around his Emily music.
Hey, where are you going? Deputy Willie, he's over here. Come on, hurry.
Yeah. No need to whistle at me. Kind of looking for a phone, though. It's been a pretty long set tonight. Oh, it says there's a phone over here. But, can't get to it. Damn you, Case. Quit whistling at me. Hopefully there's going to be another one. Let's just enjoy the music for now. Hey, there's some Agent Honor chilling in the forest. Actually, kind of a lot of it. Like a whole lot of it, jeez. Huh. Oh well. Another time, perhaps. Do you have any guns? Oh, my stuff was there and then disappeared. It's okay, Kason. I didn't mean it. I just don't like when people whistle at me. Did I break
where
him?
Where you going? Deputy Willie, he's over here.
So I think he's stuck like that. More Agent Honor, jeez. This stuff is everywhere. Like, why would you ever go in there? Maybe there's just Agent Honor scattered around everywhere for some reason. And that would be about all. Nothing else, really. Just houses and the same red car over and over again.
He can be a little selfish, but he's a good dog. He stayed with me all this time, through all the good and the bad.
How long have you been together?
You know, we're looking for
we've
York
been
and
back a
everything,
long
but
time.
let's stop and talk.
I can't even remember a time when he wasn't around.
I had a dog when I was small, too. He was a beagle, so we named him B. Stupid name, I know. He hated being left alone and always followed me around. I could tell him anything, even things I couldn't tell my parents. He'd look into my eyes and listen intently to anything I had to say. It's like he sympathized, and he didn't make fun of me. He would just listen. When I was done talking, he'd put a paw on my thigh. My worries just faded away when he did that. Made me feel like I was just a fool for worrying so much. Dogs are great that way.
Oh, yeah. Sometimes I think they got a lot more wisdom than us humans. Even if they are betrayed, they don't see it that way. Sure sounds foolish, but you know dogs, why, they're always happy. I'm positive that even if man perishes off the face of the earth, dogs, why, they'll just carry on regardless. They see everything, you know. From their dog houses, they look out and they see what humans do.
Kason.
Back to looking for York.
Oh, look, Deputy Willie's calling for us. He's always like that. Let's get back to the chase.
Cue the music and let's go. We didn't just run in a circle, did we? 'Cause that's the bar over there. This blindfold isn't very good, Thomas.
Thomas, I know that you're there. Your disposition is not of us. But you do need to stop this. Untie me. Let me go. Right now. And you and Carol should take off. As far away as you can. With your cooking,
Why, thank you, York. You're so kind. Unlike him.
If I had someone like you, things may not have come to this.
York, have you ever been in love with someone?
Thomas, a long time ago, I witnessed two people that I really cared about die. Both pretty much at the same time. And since then, I've tried not to care about anyone, so I don't know what reason has changed.
Emily, right? She's a nice girl.
But I must warn you, York. You'd be better off not falling in love with her.
Thomas, considering the circumstances, whatever I say might not be important to you, but I'll say it anyways. Don't you dare touch Emily.
York, I think I've said too much.
It's natural to respond when someone talks to you, I guess. Everything will end tonight. You just stay there until then.
I think it was at this point that I really started to care about these characters. I realize that I actually care about what happens to York and Emily, and that this game is something more than just a weird kind of bad game. The chase continues. Willie's going for it. Hey, we can go in here and go get some lunch. Or we could, you know, take a car. Tired of running. And I know you have to be too, Casey. Hey, look, we found a payphone. I could take this opportunity to save. Casey seems to want me to save. Oh, what? No. I've missed my opportunity. Are we going to the police station? I don't think so.
What's wrong? Something's bothering you.
Oh,
I'm just
no, it's
so
just-
out of shape.
I promised to have tea with Polly. I just remembered.
What's that got to do with anything?
Yep, you're right. This just isn't the time, I know. But it's, well, she reminds me of my mother who passed away.
Kaysen.
Cue
I've
the
been a
sad music
salesman
again.
for a long,
Put this
long
chase on
time.
hold.
I never had time to talk with my mother, you know. Sales, they were the thing for me. No matter what happened, this was more important. So even when she was sick, I put more energy into my work, which I regret now. And you know, when I heard she died, I was on my way home, all happy. I closed a big deal in Jersey. Just when you want to give something back, you got no one to give it back to. Well, that's when I met her, Polly. I thought heaven had given me another chance. I really did. So I always stay in that hotel whenever I come up here. Oh, sure, the rooms are great, but in all honesty, I go there because I want to talk with Polly.
Does Polly know all this?
No way. I'd never say anything so embarrassing to her. She'd think I've got some crazy mother complex or something.
Willie's had enough of these
Right,
shenanigans.
let's get going. Deputy Willie disapproves of any chit-chat. I'll make it up to Polly some other time, I guess.
At least Willie realizes the seriousness of this situation. Him and York have become good friends. Ah, Kaysen's a ghost. Got ghosts chasing me.
Zach got hungry, but I can't do much about that anymore. Thomas is certainly a great cook. It's a shame to keep his cooking hidden out here in the countryside. Don't you think so, Zach?
Ugh.
Which reminds me, there's another great cook in town. Falling in love with her, and to love her, cook too. And he's
Oh, ghost Emily. This music. This game, in general. Willie has a really good nose. We're like 5 miles away from the bar by now. Guess we're stopping and chatting again, huh?
It's only a hunch now, but I don't think Nick killed Diane.
What do you mean?
Me and Diane, we were, you know, pretty close. Sure, some people might have moral issues about it all, but I'd like to think that I knew her pretty well. Every time we finished talking, she'd bring up art. I'd make a face, you know, boring. And she'd always say, "You're so different from Nick. He's so much more intelligent."
Sounds like something she'd say.
Nick was one of the few people who she could talk to, you know. And vice versa for Nick, I suppose. Diane also told me that she was best friends with Nick. He'd have nothing at all to gain by killing her. I can't believe that one would try to kill the other. I just can't.
But even the best of friends can end up in the worst fights.
Still, the voices and footsteps I heard that night, they were something else. Much more violent, more horrifying. Diane's voice sounded different, too. Different. Hard to explain. Of course, I couldn't make out what she was saying.
You told York all this?
Of course I did.
What did he say?
I know, that's fine. Something like that.